Fellas, here we're back at Pokemon Masters, and we're going to be looking at Signet Suit Silver, that's not, nope, Neo Champion Silver, and Mega Shiny Tyranitar here again, but this time at 3 out of 5 6-star EX. So I forgot to change it to his EX outfit for all of these recordings, and especially for one of them, which took me like a goddamn hour. Oh, I'm so bad at this game. It's fine, though, it's fine. Anyway, whatever, so we're going to look at look at him at 3 out of 5 6-star EX here. Big thing with Silver here is that he benefits immensely from extra grid energy. Just 2 though, just 2. Don't worry about getting extra like 2 out of 5 energy, 3 out of 5, whatever. Just 2 energy is all he needs. This is a grid that I gave him when he had only 60 energy, so you can utilize something like this. The Johto extension, Johto Circle extension, very, very good because having to set up Johto Circle does inhibit his DPS a little bit. So having to set it up without worrying about trying to have to set it up a lot more later is good. Obviously, we also get the sync move up whenever the Johto Circle's in play. That's a 90% multiplier. Also have the 90% multiplier for Sand Blaster. When with Sand is up, it powers up a sync move. And of course, we do have the innate multiplier here of 50% when Sand is up for his sync move again. So he's got 240% in total sync multipliers. That does sound very crazy, and it would be. But do consider that his sync move power is extremely low due to being a Mega Pokemon. Doesn't mean his sync move is bad or anything like that, but obviously being a Mega Pokemon, it does inhibit it a little bit. Then he also has Sandstorm Physical Boost up 1-9, which increases physical moves next by 1 when the attack move is successful in Sand. So this is pretty much effectively giving his Stone Edges another +1 physical moves next to work with in order to make his power actually look a little bit more impressive. Because Stone Edge, 110 power, not really that crazy. But combine that with the passive skills here for the extra power that Silver is providing to himself, as well as the +1 physical moves next, plus the physical moves next from the Johto Circle, and then the Johto Master Passive, and again, the Johto Circle, is able to apply a good lot of buffs here to his Stone Edge. A good a lot of buffs, that's what the fuck that means. Yep, sure. Whatever, also, it's like Adamant's Leaf Blade, right? Leaf Blade, 96 power, not that strong, but Adamant makes it pretty strong due to having all of his multipliers. He also has the Sync Node up here. He's got some other stuff like Trainer Move Propulsion, as well as Entry Physical Boost up 2 here. These are good passives for sure, but these are pretty much impossible to access without like really destroying other nodes that he would rather have instead. So I guess do keep that in mind. And then he also has Piercing Gaze, Sandstorm Team Special Damage Reduction, which can be good for taking hits, but again, really, probably just not really worth picking up. And so, yeah, that's the grid I gave him for 3 out of 5 with 60 energy. Here's what I gave him with 62 energy. Effectively the same thing, but instead of picking up the attack +10 node and this power node, you get the sync node instead, which is just more valuable for sure, because you still get a +5 attack here as opposed to +10 there, and then you also get the +25 power on the sync move. So now your sync move is actually, what, 225 power, 226 power. Pretty good. It's a lot better for sure. So anyway, yeah, that's Silver's grid there. Let's go ahead, take a look at him in these stadium battles. Again, I did forget to give him his EX outfit. It is a nice EX outfit, so I guess that does suck quite a bit, but oh well, whatever. Let's go ahead and hop into the battles. We're back versus his extreme battle against Ethan here. This time we just gave him Falconer and Jasmine for support, just because, fuck it, really. Again, these battles here are mostly just to really like highlight the unit's best abilities. Obviously, Ethan's thing is that he sets Sun, and then he takes like no damage in Sun, or he heals a lot in Sun. I don't know, but does a lot of damage in Sun, which is a big thing to worry about. So being able to set Sand here is good for getting rid of that. And of course, we've also got Jasmine here and Falconer for the Johto Circle and Johto Master Passive buff, so we're really just looking at Silver himself. We're not really looking at him with like amazing top-tier synergistic partners or anything like that. We're just looking at Silver himself, what damage he can do alone, and how well he's able to, I guess, carry a team. So here is the Sync Nuke here, 3 out of 5 6-star X with the Sand Blaster, Circle Sync moves up, and then the was it Destructive Instinct passive? Whatever it's called. I think that is what it's called. Yeah, Destructive Instinct. Good damage for sure. 16,000 on the first nuke is very, very nice for sure, because you do want to get the Mega Evolution really badly in order to actually get off his sync move here. Or in order to get off his Sand extension, plus get off that Buddy move combination. Pretty good stuff for sure. And then, yeah, there you go. We're gonna start spamming Stone Edge here. That Buddy move did do a lot of damage. 11,000 damage on the Stone Edge. Again, we do get that +1 physical moves next every single time that we do a Stone Edge or the Buddy move, because we got that Sand physical moves up 1 next passive, right? Which is very, very great, because he does like Sand a whole lot. And then we'll just finish him off here again with another sync move with the full boosts activated, plus the +1 physical moves next and Tyranitar's attack stat. So Here we go. Goodbye. I still love this Sync move, by the way. It's still so good. The way Tyranitar shreds through the rock. And then 22,000 damage. Pretty decent. Nothing crazy, nothing bad, for sure. So, yeah. That is probably one of the aspects of the 220-ish power Sync move being in play, because thank you. Actually, no, this is with the 60 energy grid, so we only have one Sync node, so like 200 power Sync move. Thank you for adding Mega Evolutions that inhibit our power of our Sync move. I get why. I still don't think it should be Infect when pairs like Brendan and Giovanni and Zinnia exist, who have no debuff on their Sync move and are still not like absurdly strong. I really don't think having an extra 80 power on Silver Sync move would make anyone say, oh wow, he is Omega cracked. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead, hop into the next battle, and do some more stadium stuff. Here's an Ontype battle for Rock. I figured we've already looked at Rock before in the 1 out of 5 showcase, and he just obliterates it with no contest. If you want to go see an actual legitimate like Rock League showcase, go watch that part, because it's not super crazy. It's nothing insane. This, I just really felt like, you know what, let's give Drake max health and just go at him with everything we got, because I wanted to look at Silver with Geeta, as well as looking at Silver just really absurdly strong against rock types, so, or Rock League enemies. Though, honestly, that first point for using him with Geeta really doesn't matter, because we actually end up using him at the very end against Darach, so that was fun. But whatever, it doesn't really matter too much. Go ahead, go for all these moves here. Geeta definitely still does really solid rock damage, and you'll see that again at the end. Nothing like crazy, like absurd, but definitely still really great rock damage. Amazing against Darach or any harder like rock stage for sure. She'll be able to really pull her own weight, and especially with her supportive ability here, the passive there is very good. Or her training move with the +3 physical moves next and the super effective next. Extremely useful stuff. Going for Silver Sync Nuke here again. Max HP, so no strength. This is pretty much raw. Power 15,000 damage because it only crit one of the enemies. Cool. And here is Silver with a fucking load of physical moves next. +6 physical moves next. How much is this hitting? Yeah, about 60,000 is to be expected, I would say. And then here's Geeta with +8 physical moves next. Yeah, that Rock Slide's gonna hit for a good number of damage, so there you go. Yeah, 23,000. I mean, it could be better, but also she didn't have the poison activated, so losing a 50% multiplier, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, there he is against the Rock with a very ramped setup. Both white outfits, by the way. Geeta and Silver have their nice white clothing. That's Geeta's EX colors, and then Silver's obviously not EX colors, so that's nice. That's cool. But yeah, either way, there you go. There's the parameters and all that as well. I'm pretty sure I showcased the parameters before, but I don't know why I showed them again. Oops. Or at least I guess halfway again. And then there's the grid for all these characters and whatnot. Yeah, so I just felt like showing something against the Rock League Drake that was just absurdly stupid, like, you know, ramping physical moves next or something like that. I just felt that was funnier to look at, because obviously he's not going to have any trouble against any Rock League stage. Bring like a defense debuffer like Kukui or whatever, and then just bring a regular support, and you're just going to go right through them, no problem. So yeah, there was the Rock League showcase. Let's move on to some other stuff. Alright, here we are against Sydney with both Train Brothers, because I did say I want to showcase Silver here with Emmet. I ended up bringing Ingo along. Probably could have just brought Diantha along, but hey, fuck it. We brought along Ingo. Ingo is a goat, as always. Goat. So yeah, this is fine. Plus, we got some Sync Countdown ramping here, because Emmet does have propulsion on his trainer move, plus he has Head Start 1, so you can actually do a good number of Sync Countdown related things here, especially if you also give like Ingo Head Start 1's lucky skill, whatever it may be. You can work around with it for the most part. So we go ahead and get ourselves the Sync move in with Silver. You could nuke with Emmet, but I forgot Emmet's health is halved. I didn't even look at that. Fucking stupid. Thank you, half HP parameter. I meant to heal him up, but I just don't think I ever did. It didn't matter, because Emmet still ended up doing pretty crazy damage here nonetheless, because of all the buffs he was getting from Silver. So what is it? Yeah, about 7,000 damage off type without Rock Zone or anything like that. I mean, still pretty good, but of course it could be better if I were to actually have healed up Emmet instead. Whoops. I did have First Aid 4 on him as well, but he should really just get midpoint mend instead. 6,000 damage, yeah, I mean, Emmet's actually outright just doing better DPS than Silver does, which is a little funny to think about. Thank you, Emmet. Thank you, Emmet, for proving my point, I guess. Of being a crazy rock striker. Yeah, if Emmet did get more like multipliers in like a 5 out of 5 Pokefair tile, or like, you know, the Tech EX roll, maybe even the Field EX roll. I don't know. Whatever it may be. Like, if you give Emmet a pretty big buff, he could probably end up just being more better than Silver. Honestly, probably, yeah. I mean, probably just better than Silver, realistically speaking. The Silver Sand extension is really, really helpful. So, I mean, they work really well together nonetheless. Not really anything crazy. I guess it is crazy. I don't know why I keep saying that. Cool. Whatever, there you go. There's both Train Brothers with Silver for the showcase. 2 Rock Strikers, plus Ingo, of course, as always, providing his nice sand, which was just not necessary, but hey, he links well with them, so, or theme skills. So, there it is. Anyway, yeah, let's move on to the next battle, where we utilize Father and Son. Father and Son. Anti-rare against Phoebe. Pretty sure this is the first Phoebe battle that I've done for any of these showcases, where we use Variety Giovanni alongside Olivia. Only reason I just didn't want to fight Phoebe is because she just hits too hard and has too much health. She's got attack up and she's got health up, which is just really fucking annoying to try and combat, so whatever. Either way, we're able to use these characters to tank well enough, rather, against Phoebe's attacks here, and Giovanni and Silver work relatively well together. Giovanni's able to extend sand, so you've got double sand extension for both of them. I just brought Olivia for a free support. You could obviously replace her just far better with, like, Argenta or something to better effect. And Silver and Giovanni, they work fine, right? They both benefit off sand multipliers, but do consider the big problem is that Giovanni wants ground zone, Silver wants rock zone. They both want to sink because Giovanni gets ground zone on the sink move, and Silver also gets his mega evolution stats and the sand extension on his sink move. So do consider they both want to utilize mega evolution. Not Mega Evolution, their Sync move in order to get different effects. And again, Silver does want Rock Zone, Giovanni wants Ground Zone, so they don't synergize extremely well, but just in the fact that they both like sand, they work well enough, I guess. You can probably effectively replace Variety Giovanni with Signasuit Giovanni in the same instance, because he does do single target and mega kick damage and whatnot, and the sides don't tend to be too big of an issue here with the massive rock slide, so you don't really have to worry too much about that, plus the Silver Sync nuke, right? And then Giovanni also has himself the max move and the mega kick DPS. It works out well enough, nothing... It's not like the greatest synergy in the world, being ground and rock types instead of both the same type, but still, they end up just doing fine. It's not a big problem to deal with. So yeah, there we go. Pretty much end off the battle here with the Crushing Earthquake and the Stone Edges together, just to actually, pretty sure Phoebe KOs herself here. Yeah, KOs herself from sand. That's fun. Anyway, yeah, so this was the final stadium battle that I opted to do. I figured, you know, I did want to beat Darach. I wanted to beat Darach with Silver. I figured it was possible because Silver's really strong. Gave me more trouble than what I wanted. A lot more trouble than what I wanted. But I ended up doing it. Which is fun, because I never beat Darach before, mostly just due to a lack of the accessible pairs. You know, lack of Thunderbolt Red, Neo Champion Leaf, Neo Champion Blue, Thunderbolt Red. I don't know if I already said them or not. I don't have, like, any... All my rats are 1 out of 5. I don't have Ash. My rat is 1 out of 5. My my Neo Champion Red is 1 out of 5. My Neo Champion Blue is 1 out of... Actually, I don't have them. Yeah. What the fuck am I talking about? I don't have Neo Champion Blue. I don't have Paulo, and my Diantha is 2 out of 5, so... I lack a lot of the good options for the Darach Ultimate Battle. So, I went ahead and beat it. Let's go have fun with that. Alright, so this battle was a pretty big pain. We use Ingo and Geeta here for this win, which is really fun. I like it. The biggest thing here was that I had to just quad Q at multiple instances, or perfect Q rather, in multiple instances, which was... I'm not a master quad Q, let's just say that. So, start off here, if you want a fucking audio guide, sure, I guess I could provide that. You want to just spam Mudslap with Ingo for 90% of the battle. That's really what you want to do. You want to potion at more impactful moments. Start off here by using Johto Circle with Silver last, make it the last move of your sync rotation. Use the buddy move with Geeta on turn 2 so you can get the defensive debuffs in plus the poison zone. I would recommend using the buddy move on the same turn like here as well, but I just opted to not use it instead, because I do need the poison zone extension to last past a certain point in this battle before it stops being impactful. This sync move here is pretty crucial. You don't need a crit, I don't think, for it to really matter, but you do need to quad Q up Silver's buddy move here. That definitely matters, and you should be able to obviously KO the sides here. Quad Q there. If you don't quad Q it, just get rid of the battle. This is where we use the second use of Geeta's buddy move to get the enemies to -6 defense, and we keep the poison zone up, not for her, but because we need it to go out later, otherwise it could screw up our battle. this is where it matters. So we KO'd the sides there, and then Darach is flinched. So this is where you need to start spamming up your moves and making sure that Darach doesn't move. Using the buddy move with Geeta would take too much time in terms of animation. I don't really know what the fastest thing to use with Ingo is, but you need to have Johto Passion used right before Darach sets up Quick Attack. Otherwise, you're not going to get to your Sync move in the same turn, and that, I'm pretty sure, does matter. It doesn't matter that the Poison Zone goes down, just it matters that you had both uses of the Buddy move used before this point, and that the zone didn't go down during that turn where you had to set up the Johto Passion. So, at this point, again, use Silver Sync move. Get in a good nuke here from the sand and the circle being up, and then you would also use Geeta's Trainer move here to buff Silver's physical moves next to +5 and apply Super Effective next, so we can get Darach down to 50% health. It might be more effective to save Geeta's move until until Darach gets down to below 40% health, so you can then just do a massive burst of damage for him. But I think this was fine enough nonetheless, because we got him down to below 40% here. This is where you want to heal up. Right before Darach's Sync move, you do want to heal up both Silver and Geeta. It should not matter for Ingo to be healed, because he does have a lot of healing from his Mud Slap spam, because I did give him Gritty Guardian, so do keep that in mind. And also set up Sand right after Silver's second Sync move. So that's why, yeah, set up Sand where I set up Sand, and you should be fine. It would also be nice to quad Q a lot of these moves, but at this point, I'm pretty sure it doesn't really matter if you quad Q. The biggest thing here is that you just don't want Sand to go down. That's your only worry, is that if Sand goes down, then the battle's pretty much over at that point. But at this point, you've effectively won. You've effectively won if you get to this Sync move with Silver, and you're good. You can set up, you can use Silver's Buddy move, and just beat him. You should be just fine here. Sand is up, Circle is gone, so you did lose out a big power big bit of power on Silver Sync move, but that's not really a big issue, because the Poison and the Sand damage are able to completely mitigate Darach's healing with gradual healing, and we're just able to do good enough damage and heal up there, and flinch Darach, so we can actually just completely mitigate all of his healing abilities there. So he's unable to move, and he's unable to do anything for healing. So there we go. We got the win in. That was fun. I'll probably upload a no commentary version of this down in the comments below, down in the description rather, if you do want to look at that, look at the battle and analyze it or whatever without commentary. That's fine. I don't really care. I figure this may be helpful to somebody, but either way, 4 out of 5 Ingo, no EX roll, Silver or Geeta, both at 3 out of 5. It would help if you did give Silver the EX roll, because the stats are helpful, and the Sprint EX roll is extremely strong for the -3 sync countdown in the first sync move. Geeta's EX roll doesn't really matter, I don't think at all. I mean, maybe it'll allow her to survive a sync move with lower health, but I don't think that matters either. And then again, just 4 out of 5 Ingo. So level 150 would help, Sprint EX roll would help. I think that's about it. Whatever. So yeah, that's my review for Neo Champion Silver, Showcase 3 out of 5, 6-star EX. I might give him the Sprint EX roll, but really, I think if I do showcase that, it'll probably be later, like a few weeks, few days, maybe later from now, because I'm mostly burnt out on trying to. I guess I'm just kind of burnt out on the stadium for sure, because I've been doing so many battles, and I figure just maybe wait a little bit, think about some new strategies, maybe get some new sync pairs. Probably not. I don't think there's any new method of getting sync pairs out right now. I don't know, but yeah, whatever. I'll probably Sprint EX roll Silver sometime, and when I do, I'll probably showcase him at that point, but it won't be for at least a few days until I do, probably, or until I run out of like content ideas, because I don't really know who to run with Silver. If you have any ideas on who to run with Silver, let me know in the comments below. For a little bit of reference, I don't have Paulo, my Diantha is 2 out of 5, just a little bit of stuff to work with there, but yeah, I'll see y'all later. I hope y'all enjoyed. Have fun if you're going to be summoning for Silver, have fun using Silver, and if you're going to beat the Darach Ultimate battle, good luck. Have a lot of fun. You're going to have a lot of fun, trust me.